All right, come in. Let's get this live stream started on this Saturday. A lot of great news. Um, Let me know if it's looking blurry. Let me check on my end. If you all are getting a blurry signal, let me log on. But as you all are coming in, hit the like button on YouTube and Facebook. Also, share this on YouTube and Facebook. Hit that thumbs up, hit the like button, whether you are watching this live or on the replay. Also, on Periscope, right? Make sure you show some digital love, pump those hearts, and invite your followers in. Okay, it's looking a little clear on my phone. I'm checking my phone, but it's looking blurry in my image. So let's come in. Hello, Brandon, right? I have to get this live stream quick and in a hurry. I have about 20 minutes to do it. So let's get it started. Hello, Regina. Good morning to you all. Buenos dias. Good morning to you all as well, right? Good morning. We have Ohio from Periscope in. Hello, Ohio and Periscope. Brandon, everything's looking good. Thank you. Just some on my laptop is looking a little blurry, but on my iPhone is showing a little crystal clear. All right, thank you. I got confirmation. So you all, let's hit the thumbs up. Right, let's get people in. We have Florida. How is the weather in Florida? How's things going? We're going to make this 2 minutes, right? We're going to make this a 2 minutes. 2 minutes, or it's usually up to 5 minutes of fame. So let me pump some music in and get you all in and get you going.
Get in here, get in here, get in here, baby, because I'm going to teach you how to date a boss.
Champagne, hello. Illinois is coming in. You all get in here, right? And get in here, as MJ Harris says. Hit that thumbs up. We have Illinois in. Thank you for coming in, Illinois as well. And let's get this party started, right? Let me give you some music to motivate you.
One day, a couple of weeks ago, I think it's up 7,000% this year. I'm going to call it a craze. I don't mean that in a negative way. How do you think
debt collectors coming after your stimulus? So let's get into that as well.
I got crypto keys.
2 minutes, people.
Investing money just to get more cheese. You paying taxes, I don't get no fee. Them coins stacking, I got you so many. I got coin like Mario, pump it, turn up the audio. This that digital dollar flow, this the shit you just gotta know. You carry them knots, ain't what I prefer to do. Hot spitter, that ain't the currency I'm referring to. I'm talking Bitcoin, getting
fast. We got that digital gold, Bitcoin, right?
Turn your stash spots to Monero. If you watch it hustling, homie, your new way to plot game.
And my other secret crypto.
Put it on the blockchain. We just laughing at them cause they can't touch it. All this ripple, put a ripple in my central bank budget. Ponzi schemes, promising payoffs, turn me way off. We don't with big
they said turn up.
Sucker.
Let's get it in, people. This was that digital gold, right? You all got in early. Hope that you all got in Bitcoin early, but guess what? It's other opportunities that can make thousands, millionaires, or even billionaires, right? We have other opportunities to happen right now. Bitcoin is that digital gold, right? Bitcoin is that digital gold.
You do the digital dash, nah, I do the digital cash. I want my shit to the moon. I'm trying to get to the bag.
Right.
You taking pictures to brag, trying to buy some land.
Come in.
I'm just trying to land. Got to try to
push I can't think of his name. I think it's Nate 88. Nate 88 is from Vegas from what I heard. I'm trying to reach out to him, do a collaboration because I love the song. I'm gonna ask him, can I be in the remix video? It's Nate 88. Nate 88. Right. Nate 88. So Nate, you watching this? Get with the queen, let's do a remix. I can fly out to Vegas, right? Who got those crypto keys? Right, investing money just to get more cheese. Paying taxes, you don't get any fees.
I got that digital gold.
Coin stacking, you got chips.
I got that digital
on me, you got that digital gold, right?
I got that digital gold.
Let's get it going this Saturday, right? Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Who knows about a recession, right? A recession will not affect us. But let's get started. Let's talk about this $1,400 stimulus that debt collectors are going after. First, again, probably old news by now. If you wake up and you own Bitcoin, the very first thing you do is check your Bitcoin wallets, or you grab that mobile phone, right? That smartphone, you check your Bitcoin wallets. So this is probably old news, but if you have not heard, Bitcoin is at 60K today. So those people that came in, congratulations on your gains today. I made an older video, said by April or mid-April, could Bitcoin reach 100K? Could it reach 100K? You never know, right? I also said with you all that March is going to be March Madness in the crypto world. We're going to see March Madness. So again, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, show some support for the knowledge and time that I put into the channel and information, and just lightly smash that thumbs up, right? Don't hit it too hard. Do not hit it too hard. So someone also sent me a text this morning, and I was planning on doing a live stream on this on yesterday. Got a little occupied and busy about the $1,400 stimulus and debt collectors, and so once I received that text, I decided to go ahead and do a live stream. Someone says, "Hello, Queen of Crypto. If in some area of USA Bitcoin is used as money, do you think the government will still tax Bitcoin in the future?" I don't think Bitcoin will ever be used as money. Bitcoin is an asset, not necessarily a currency. And just because the word currency is connected to Bitcoin, people connect that as fiat currency or everyday transactions. They have Bitcoin Lightning that will be used for smaller transaction. Bitcoin is why it's referred to as digital gold, is that it will be made for big purchases. You have Tesla that has adopted it, for example, Tesla vehicles, skyscrapers, commercial buildings, things that the rich and elite and the wealthy, rich corporations, big corporations, I mean, will utilize Bitcoin for exchange on those thousands or $1 million contracts. But for as a currency, that's why you have Bitcoin Lightning into play. So no, Bitcoin is for the big gamers and the billionaires, right? It's not for so if you own any amount, and I did a live stream on the article that if you own, I think I said 1/10 of a Bitcoin. So let me do that disclaimer. I was definitely saying that wrong, but 1/100th of a Bitcoin, not 1/10, right? But 100, the article expressed of a Bitcoin, that means just one piece out of 100, right? Just one piece out of 100th of a Bitcoin, not 1/10, not 1 out of 10, that approximately in 5 to 10 years, you can be rich or would be rich. Now, again, I am not your financial advisor. So if you all are watching this live or on the replay, I want you to type in the comments, right? That Queen is not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor, most definitely. However, there are other coins right now. And the number one rule, the number one thing that anyone knows that's investing in cryptocurrency is never ever buy in the green. You always want to buy in the red, right? Especially when Bitcoin is at 60K, which is a new all-time high, right? People always have the FOMO, which is fear of missing out, right? However, cryptocurrency is very volatile. It always takes dips. So always invest in the red. Thank you so much for that disclaimer. Queen is not a financial advisor, right? Buy in the red. That's just as simple as I can explain it. You know that I teach and train youth and children. So I try to make complicated things very simple. So thank you so much for my participators and making that clear. I provide financial education and information, but I'm not your financial advisor. So let's get into this. Let's talk about the $1,400 stimulus check and debt collectors coming after your stimulus check. I'm going to share this screen with you all with the article that I read. So be careful, be on the lookout, right? And although I give you all updates about the new credit scoring system, just know that these new credit scores will not come into play for another year or two. Right now, you need FICO. We're still under FICO. Debt collectors still have legal rights, as you're going to see, right? And they can get access to your stimulus, right? This is one of the things of that happened as a result of bypassing the Republican Party to get this, in a sense, bypassing the Republican Party to get this stimulus passed. Now through majority of Democrats and speedily passing this, right? Now the $1,400 stimulus can be seized by private debt collectors for unpaid debts. Some individuals with unpaid debts could have their stimulus money seized this time around. This was not the case for the first two stimulus, right? So stimulus bill allowing President Biden, I was reading something else, on Thursday signed into law a sweeping relief package that included $1,400 stimulus for many Americans, but some individuals with unpaid debts could have their money seized this time, right, on this third stimulus. Debt collectors will be able to garnish the third round of cash payments that are expected to be delivered by Americans by the end of the month. This was part of the Democrats' $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan, unlike the first two stimulus, right, which explicitly prevented creditors from snatching this money. The Democrats did not protect it and make it such for this one. So the checks will not be exempt from garnishment. So this is because the Democrats passed this legislative bill using a process known as budget reconciliation, right? Budget reconciliation, which allowed them to circumvent bypass Senate Republicans. So I have people that's red or blue on my channel. I look at that as the matrix, as the red pill or blue pill, right? And not knowing that left wing, right wing, still the same bird, that bird is going to fly. So when they bypass Republicans to do this, the consumer and banking groups, including the American Bankers Association, are wanted them to close this loophole that would allow creditors to take the money. However, this was deemed as a standalone bill, and this will not happen. Right. So even when you have American families that need to purchase foods and other necessities to meet ends meet, many people are already struggling. Prior to this, they have been laid off, furloughed, or their hours were cut. They are still going to allow debt collectors, third-party debt collectors, private debt collectors to garnish this $1,400 stimulus. And what is also very unfortunate about it, that you do have people that have debt collectors that is in thousands of dollars in debt for their medical bills, right? So again, the $1,200 stimulus did not allow this last spring as part of the CARES Act for debt collectors to garnish any money, right? But this one will. This one will. So again, people, usually it's no free lunch with the government. No free lunch for the government, and that's very unfortunate. Some people I know already received the stimulus money, and debt collectors took some, and they were upset or pissed. Yeah, Dee said, I heard about this on talk radio. If you heard about this on talk radio, maybe I should create a podcast, right? Maybe I should create a podcast. Wouldn't there have been to have a garnishment in place before the debt collector could seize that money? More than likely, if your debt collector sent you notification via mail that your debt, that you had $30 to validate that debt, and I mean $30, I'm sorry, 30 days to validate that debt, and you or any other person you may know did not respond within 30 days, right? Then those are terms in which they can seize that $1,400 stimulus because of no response or no reply, right? Within 30 days from a debt collector. I tell people, or I told people all the time when I mainly talked about credit on my channel, that you as a consumer has exactly 30 days within your rights under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act to make debt collectors validate. And I'm not saying that things like prove that you are able to collect in my state, show me your licensure. No, I'm speaking of validation under the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act, in which they have to show you the contractual agreement in which they purchase your debt, right? And prove to you that it was legally purchased. That's a whole nother level than trying to say, are you state licensor, right? To collect. It's the federal or the Fair Credit Debt Collectors Act that's statewide or nationwide, right? And so if they cannot prove this, right, then is even no reason to even know if they are legal. And so to collect in your state, because this trumps everything. They have to show you on the Fair Credit Debt Collections Practices Act. And I'm not, and you have to be know the law, because a lot of time what the debt collectors would do is they will send you a bill statement or itemized bill. And a lot of people said this when it comes to medical, for example, that this is against the HIPAA law. It's not about HIPAA law, right? They can have an itemized bill of your medical expenses without revealing what services were done. They can just reveal the cost of the services. So this is under any debt collector, anyone, medical or non-medical. You have within 30 days to respond. And this is why a lot of people recently have been getting letters from debt collectors or getting summons from the court from debt collectors about old dormant debts, because they knew that this time would come, and that once this stimulus would pass, if Democrats did not protect them, that they can come in on these old dormant debts. When I mean dormant, I mean that you forgot about, maybe a year or two old, but they still have the right to collect in your estate. And people have been receiving these pop-up letters that either they have been summoned to court, or that you are being sued by a debt collector, or debt validation. Ali says debt collectors are eating real good and garnishing people's stimulus. Ali said that the creditor generic statement is not certified and are audited, therefore not acceptable standard of validation. And again, this is true. That they're not certified or audited, right? That they're not certified to collect in your state. But also people don't know what proper validation is under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. And again, when debt collectors send you an itemized statement, or better known as AKA a bill in the mail, this is not validation under the law, people. And a lot of you all, when you try to Google free information requesting for validation, it does not address this. That's not what validation is. It's more in depth and entail with that. Right? So again, you all need to also subscribe, because I don't really talk about credit a lot now. I may get back on the topic of credit, but crypto has been so good to me that it's kind of, my focus have shifted somewhat from credit to crypto, but I'm still in the credit game. I still do credit analysis, right? But I choose what clients that I want to work with, because I'm not just 100% focused on credit like I used to, right? So follow his channel, subscribe to him, because although I'm telling you the future of credit and through crypto, and that Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian will no longer be used for the credit system. This will take years and months to go into play, people. This is not something that's going to happen in 2021. This is futuristic information that I am providing to you. So for this year, you will need FICO, right? Will need FICO. Ali said, Queen, don't be modest. You know perfectly well that you got credit down pat. I do, but my just attention I just haven't just shifted. Just shifted from credit to crypto, right? And so, please follow. But people, for this year, for 2021, as they say in Game of Thrones, and you all subscribe to his channel, he is the king of credit. You're talking about knowledge in this credit industry. Please subscribe to and follow him. But as they say in the Game of Thrones, people, winter is coming. Winter is coming. I wish I can tell you great news, but we are moving to a new economy, right? And what does that mean, Queen? You keep saying we're moving to a new economy. That means we're going to have new systems. Credit will be on the blockchain, right? The stock market will be on the blockchain, right? And, but that's going to be it for 2021. We're going to be in the transition of this. And then you have evictions that's scheduled for the end of March. And then you have the foreclosure moratoriums that's scheduled for the end of July. And people, those late payments, even on your student loans, right? When those forbearances in on your student loans, these late payments are going to start reporting on your credit report. And well, credit plug, and this is I don't mean any harm, and I'm not trying to but I'm the first person to start talking about credit to crypto on YouTube. Now you got other big followers, and that's even bigger than Credit Plug that's talking about this. The credit system is changing, but I'm the first person that told you. That's why I got into crypto in the first place, because once I really started dissecting FICO 10 and knowing that FICO 10 will transition and change the credit game, and that it will also include your resilience score, which is also your income, and how cryptocurrency now can be used to get credit or to get debt or to get loans. I'm the first person that started talking about credit to crypto. I mean, small channel, maybe under 5,000 views, but I'm the first person that started talking about it. And then you have JB. He's speaking about it too, about the credit shift and the credit change. But I'm the first one. Then JB came in. Then you got other people that start coming in and finding that FICO 10 was going to be more than just a upgraded credit scoring system. And I know I don't get the thousands of the 20K and all of that, but now you have a lot of big YouTubers who are explaining this more to the masses, and I'm glad they are, right? I'm glad they are. And that's why, honestly, right now with credit, I really just choose who I want to work with. And unfortunately, for example, I had someone that came to me with a child support on their credit report, right? That was about $17,000 back payment. And I had to tell that person, I don't do that. I don't work with people with negative child support report on their credit reports. And I did refer them to someone, but I morally don't do that. It's certain credits that I don't, work with, and it's certain ones that I do at this time. Right. Yes. Thank you so much. So let's get into crypto, but I do want to, let me share this video with you all real quick. about the $1,600 stimulus. And yeah, let me share this video with you.
Stimulus check garnishments only apply to people whose debts have gone into collections, and those collections only pertain to private businesses or credit card companies. The last two stimulus checks were protected from garnishments because lawmakers on both sides. Hold on, I'm hearing some comments that you all can't hear. Let me make sure that you can hear and redo that again. Let's replay this again real quick. It's a very short video. So let me make sure that you can hear on this. No sound. Okay. Let's try again.
Going out as early as this weekend, but some people who are eligible to see the $1,400 payment may not actually get the money. That's because this bill passed with what's called budget reconciliation. It allowed Democrats to speed up the process and pass the bill with no Republican votes. But there were some major changes required. News 4 Jax reporter Eric Avanier joins us live to explain the cost and what it means to you. Eric.
Yes, well, unlike the first two stimulus bills that offered debt protection from debt collectors, this third bill does not. That means that $1,400 stimulus check that you may qualify for may still be up for garnishment if you owe a debt. Let's face it, we all either owe someone money or know someone experiencing hard times and are deep in debt, which is why this third round of stimulus checks are critical. But financial advisor Mike Ellis says qualifying to receive a $1,400 stimulus check doesn't mean you will actually see it.
Those private businesses and things that you might owe money to have the ability to garnish that amount when it hits your bank account.
To be clear, stimulus check garnishments only apply to people whose debts have gone into collections, and those collections only pertain to private businesses or credit card companies. The last two stimulus checks were protected from garnishments because lawmakers on both sides of the aisle passed stimulus bills without objections, which allowed for a debt protection policy to be in place. But in this third bill, Democrats wanted more relief money, and the only way to pass the bill with only 50 votes and no obstruction was to use what's called budget reconciliation.
But it also made it subject to certain things that can't be included, like a policy protection.
Around Jacksonville, people who are just learning about this loophole in the stimulus bill are not happy about it.
I don't think that it's a fair way to, for the collections agencies to make money just because someone may have owed a debt. The debt may have been owed due to, loss of a job or a furlough.
I think the American people should have the choice of what to do with that money, right? If there are creditors, people that they owe, they should be able to make that decision on who to pay.
Ellis says if you have accounts that are in collections, the best thing to do right now is to call the collection agency in advance.
Let them know, hey, I'm in a need here. Please work with me so that you don't garnish what's deposited in my account.
So I'm hearing some people say no sound. Some people say they heard it. So I just cut it off. If you couldn't hear it, thank you, Queen Gwen, always coming in so much with the $10 super chat. Queen, you're greatly appreciated. Deborah, thank you so much, Queen, also for the $10 super chat. Both of you all, thank you so much. You're greatly appreciated for that. So I do have to go. I have to be somewhere in like 30 minutes, but I'm going to share this information with you about my little gem of crypto that I woke up this morning as well and was thousands of dollars richer from investing in this. It is on the Voyager exchange, right? It's on. I have it on the Voyager exchange, so I'm going to share this with you all as well for the next 10 minutes. And I'm going to log off. Let me read these. If it's in collection, contracts to prior stimulus, hitting your check accounts, notarize an affidavit, with statements of fact that the debt was never validated, certified truthful. Thank you so much. And for everyone that gave the super chat, just this information should have been enough for you, or just enough for a lot of you all, right, to legally um, fight or contest this garnishment. Thank you so much, Ali, for giving that information. See, when people give, whether it's a super chat, then other people will give, whether it's their knowledge, right, and time. So thank you so much, King of Credit, for being on the channel and contributing that very valuable information. So if it's in collection, right, contest it. And he said prior to the stimulus hitting your bank account, so you need to get on this ASAP. Notarize an affidavit with statements of fact that the debt was never validated, right? Certified to be truthful. So I hope that you all know the validation laws, the legal validation laws to get that done, right? Make sure you take that first step to only stand, maybe, and it doesn't hurt to stand a chance. So you can get this notarized. King of Credit, you did not have to give me a super chat. I appreciate it because that knowledge you gave, people can save them $1,400. So you all, please make sure you like and subscribe and follow him on YouTube to his channel. Give him more subscribers for not only providing that $1,400 worth of knowledge that can help you all, right? But also now coming in with the $40 super chat. So King, I thank you so much. And again, you all, whether you are watching this live or on the replay, right? Subscribe to his channel. I thank you all so much. For everyone that gives, they don't understand it will attract people to the channel that will also give you the strategy, right? Because you need the strategy, you need the law as well. And so it attracts other people to the channel because I think my channel is a small channel. It's at almost 21,000 subscribers. When I start talking about XRP, I've been getting subscribers increase. And so thank you all so much in bringing quality people in. Someone says, how do you send a donation? By Cash App. My Cash App is $LD Financial Coaching is strolling at the bottom of the stream. Thank you so much. All right, Ali, we got a subscribing to the channel now. Again, if you are watching live or on the replay, because that helps YouTubers for us to get our information and education out so we can help you once you subscribe. So just don't be on the channel, right? And just do things to like, to subscribe, and to share. Those are the three things. So when you go above and beyond to give the super chats, right, that helps as well. Thank you, Gwen. He said he's looking forward to seeing you all there. When I tell you all, he's the king of credit. He really is. Even with this in this credit game, he is top notch. And I'm telling you, a lot of YouTubers, right, because of marketing, right, they have more views. But I'm telling you, these smaller channels really give you all more knowledge and information and education. The Cash App is strolling at the bottom. My Cash App specifically is LD Financial Coaching, but please go to his channel and subscribe. So let's talk about Hedera Hashgraph. When I woke up and saw this is in the thousands, you all know that I also educate you all about physical gold and silver. So I actually found out about this on Mike Maloney's channel a couple of months ago, last year in 2020, about Hedera Hashgraph, the most important crypto you'll ever see, right? The most important crypto that you'll ever see. So this is his video on it. Mike Maloney, again, gold and silver. He has a recent video, and when I tell you, and I purchased it on Voyager, I try to get exchanges that have a public key, but I did not find an exchange that had a public key that offered this at this time. And so again, that's the link to the video. I'm not going to show the video right now for time's sake. You can download the Voyager app and look in HBAR, Hedera Hashgraph. You can look into that as well. And so that's the YouTube video. Also, thank you, D. Thank you, Queen, for coming in with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, you all, for supporting the channel and the knowledge, the time, and information. One thing that I do like about Voyager, though, that if you trade or invest with at minimum or at least $100, right, that you get $25 worth of free Bitcoin if you use this code 2DD43D, right? And you can get $25 worth of free Bitcoin. So I love Voyager for that as well. So this is the Voyager link. Again, do your own research and due diligence. Deborah says she just subscribed to Ali. Thank you so much. Yes, he is. And I found out about Hedera Hashgraph from watching his channel. And I woke up this morning, just decided to look at Voyager. I'm not going to be honest. I have other cryptocurrencies that's well known and discussed. All right. And then you look at Bitcoin at 60K, but I looked at this one and I was up thousands. And it's approximately still at like 2 cents right now. Let me see. Let me make sure. What's the price on this? And it has a $2 billion market cap. And people within, I said two, I'm sorry, 26 cents. I'm sorry. Within 1 week, it's up 84%. My returns were in the thousands, right? I couldn't believe it at 26 cents, right? At a coin. So do your own research. There's another coin, a Voyager, that's up 55%, but because of time's sake, I don't have time right now. It's under 2 cents to get on that coin. I may do another live stream about it, right? But let me share this information with you real quick on Voyager. Hashgraph, Hedera Hashgraph. You all have to excuse me. I'm just kind of rushing through this, trying to get it out real quick. Hedera Hashgraph. So you have Highland and Hedera Hashgraph present blockchain's proof of concept for records of verification to Texas Secretary of State. So you know they do everything bigger in Texas, right? And so Hedera and Texas, for example, just linked up January of this year. And why I think one of the reasons that Mike Maloney is saying this is the most under discussed cryptocurrency that's going to make big moves, especially moving forward. Again, 84% return on that for me in a week's time. So the proof of concept focus on issuing electronic apostles, and apostle is a way of authenticating a public document that is recognized internationally. So this process was codified in 1971, known as the Apostle Convention. 118 countries are signatures to the convention, meaning that the apostles issue other signature governments. So in short, people, Hedera Hashgraph is partnership with Boeing, IBM, LG, right? If you know any of those names. And now governments, Texas is first, right? They do everything bigger in Texas. We'll be able to adopt this blockchain to prevent fraud, right? Create efficiencies and lower costs. So what that means is Hedera is a practical, cost-efficient way and to have blockchain and public ledgers for your identity, right? The seal that you use for your birth certificates, your wedding certificates, your death certificates, any type of wide variety of identity, compliance, fraud, mitigations. So Texas again and Highland have partnership. This announcement came in January for the next generation services to offer this. Also, Hedera has a lot more range of benefits as well. Again, I shared the link to the Mike Maloney. He's really breaking that down more in detail, but it has its speed is also a great thing. It has high speed, high security, high stability. I think it could process about 10,000 at one time. So it has high speed. What companies like Visa, MasterCard, even higher transactional speed than Bitcoin and Ethereum, things of that nature, right? So thank you all for joining in and tuning in. Thank you, Ali, for coming in and improving the channel, giving that information. Marvin says, I've been buying HBAR on the Atomic Wallet as well. Okay, I have it on Voyager. I like Voyager because I like the Voyager coin as well. And I have another crypto, right, on Voyager that's doing well, that's under 2 cents. And it's not Dogecoin, right? I don't even know if they offer Dogecoin. And then I like Voyager because it will give you the option of giving $25 of free Bitcoin, right? If you trade at least $100. So those are my reasons for Voyager and its security. And so that it has in place as well. So do your research and due diligence on Hedera. It's just been that gem. Thank you all who subscribe to Ali, right? Regina says, what's a super chat? Okay, thank you so much, Gwen. She took care of that. And you all, thanks for everyone that contributed to the channel with their knowledge and information. You have the people that comes in and try to, dispute some things when you're only trying to educate and help people financially. But that's fine. And listen, my followers, don't get on my haters and trolls. I can block them. It comes with the territory. When you're on YouTube, you have haters and trolls that get on your channel. You have people that don't even have YouTube channels or contents who think they are more smarter than you and that can correct you, right? And I tell them, hey, get your own platform, do your own live streams and videos. Once you're behind the camera, it's not as easy as you think it is, right? So it comes with the territory, right? But it's well worth the reward. It's not a problem if you watch anybody live streams. I don't care if they get 100,000 views. You're going to have some thumbs up and thumbs down. It all comes with the territories, but the rewards are much better than the haters and the trolls, right? So that's all that matters, right? Up Northwest says never talk anyone down. You all need haters, right? And hey, I got a block finger, right? I got a block finger on my mouse that if it gets too much annoyance, then I just block them out. Right? So hope that information on the stimulus help you. Ali's information. It may not be late. You can still get notarized documents, or you get your affidavits notarized, but ask for proper validation. Know what proper validation is, right? Under the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. And if you're having anything in garnishment, try to get it before the stimulus is set to do or hit your checking account, or if you have been notified within 30 days from a debt collector, right, that they are. Now, if you waited after your 30 days, you relinquish your rights. So if you have anything within that 30-day windows, there's still time. So thank you all so much. Have a great Saturday.